Every governance system eventually meets a moment of proof. Policies may exist, committees may meet, controls may operate, but when a regulator asks why a payment was released, when a customer disputes a decision, when the board wants to know whether a system is in control, none of those is the answer. The answer is the evidence of what the system actually did, under what authority, and within what boundary. Evidence is where governance stops being a claim and becomes something an outsider can check. This module is about producing it. By the end of this module, you will be able to produce evidence that proves an agentic system is under control to the standard a regulator or a court would accept. Traditional audit works by sampling the past, pull a set of transactions, test them against the control, conclude that still has a place. But for a system that acts continuously and changes as it goes, a once a year look at a sample of old decisions says little on its own about whether the system is in control now. There are two reasons. The behavior is not fixed, so a sample that passed tells you about those cases, not the next ones. And the system can drift without any change you could point to. So the absence of a recent change is not evidence that anything held still. You cannot audit an agentic system as if it were ordinary software. And the enterprises that try will pass reviews and fail examinations because they will have tested whether the control was set, not whether it is holding now. So the audit shifts what it examines. Instead of only sampling outputs, it audits the control system itself, whether the boundaries actually hold, whether the monitoring would really catch drift, whether detection is wired to correction, and whether the evidence is real. Increasingly, it does this with continuous access to evidence rather than relying only on an annual sample of history. The auditor's independence does not change. What changes is that they can no longer assure a system by examining its past alone. They have to be able to see at any time whether it is in control now. There is one question that decides whether an audit trail is worth anything, and it is the question that arrives after an incident. Not only what did the system do, but could a competent reviewer months later reconstruct the basis for what it did and judge whether that was acceptable? A trail that records the outcome but not the path answers the easy question and fails the one that matters. So, the rest of this module is about building evidence that survives that question, produced as the system runs, complete enough to reconstruct the decision, and trustworthy enough that a skeptical outsider will accept it. That is next.